Hi everyone, it's Andrea at SavingsLifestyle.com, and we returned from a Disney World vacation, a short vacation, a couple weeks ago. Our family has gone on several Disney trips together. We have cruised Disney twice, and I have gone to Disney several times by myself, which is a completely different experience and crazy amount of fun. But going with your family can cost a lot more money. So there are several areas that you can save, and I've talked about this on Savings Lifestyle before, but I wanted to put it in a video for you to kind of inspire you to see how I have personally helped my family save money as we have gone on a Disney vacation. And just like the Mickey Mouse song, M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E, I know, I'm so sorry, I can't sing. I'm gonna hopefully inspire you to S-A-V-E while you go on a Disney vacation. Okay, so the first in save is the letter S. And S in save stands for souvenirs, or clothing or whatever it is. But you cannot go to Disney and not have Disney souvenirs. And I do the Disney souvenirs a lot of times before I even get to Disney. So our family, our boys, they always get the Disney character autograph booklet, and they use that from visit to visit. But one of the things I let them get before our trip, and I just buy it at the Disney outlet because we have one nearby, is a pen. This only costs $5 at the outlet, completely cheap. You'd probably pay twice as much at Disney in one of the stores. But they get to take this on the trip and get to play with it beforehand, and then they can take it into the parks with them. So this is something else, this is a cheap little thing. Going to the Disney outlet can help you find really good deals at great prices. The other thing I picked up there before our trip was something that the kids could do on the flight, and this is just a Buzz Lightyear and Woody art case, and I kept the price tag on it. It was $9, and I got that in the clearance section because it was clearance, so that was great. And then another thing that our boys, well, I force our boys and my husband to do this with me, is wear a character shirt. We all five of us have to wear a character shirt on the same day because I want us to kind of match. And as I know, it can be kind of cheesy, I guess, but especially when you're a teenager and your mom makes you wear a Mickey Mouse shirt. But, so I got this again at the outlet because it's so close, and this was on clearance too for $10. So I got that for our older son. I actually must have picked that up a long time ago because he actually ended up wearing a different one. So those are the types of things that you can do to save on souvenirs and shirts, attire, and stuff. Another place to check is DisneyStore.com. They always have really good coupon codes, and then they always have discounts even on their clearance. So if you can plan in advance for what you know you'll want for those souvenirs, and you can pack them with you, and then when you get to Disney, you can pull them out and surprise the kids. Now, I'm not saying that you won't buy your kids anything at Disney at the stores, not by any means. I mean, I know that is part of the experience for the little ones especially. But our boys really I've made them reuse their character autograph book, but it's also something fun for them to look back on from visit to visit to see how Mickey signed, 4 years ago, Mickey signed 2 years ago, that kind of thing. So the next thing is saving, and the S-A-V-E is the A, which is accommodations. And I know hotels, lodging or whatever, it can cost a lot of money. And there are several different options you can consider. Disney have the resorts that you can stay at. You can also stay off property. I have more experience with staying on the Disney property. So in a resort, they have several different options with the value, the moderate, and the deluxe. And I've stayed at all three levels of a resort. Obviously, the deluxe is going to be a lot nicer because it is more expensive. But when you consider how much you're actually in the room, I would encourage you to look at the value resorts. They just opened a new value resort that has several family suites in it, which is awesome because only one of the value resorts had family suites, and there were only a few family suites in that because they were basically put in after the resort was built. So the new resort, Art of Animation, is basically all family suites, which is awesome because we have a family of 5 and we want to have a little bit more space, but we also don't want to have to kind of go up to a higher level resort to get that space. So next time we go to Disney, we'll likely stay at the Art of Animation because the family suites are really cool. They have a separate room for the parents. There's 2 bathrooms in it. There's a Murphy bed that pulls out of the wall, and then a pull-out couch. And then they also have a little kitchenette, which is nice. So you can have food there and stuff in the refrigerator. So those are accommodation options for a Disney resort. Again, you can stay off property too. but we don't really have a lot of experience doing that. And with some of the benefits that you get by staying at a resort with the magical hours and the shuttle service, those are great benefits. Which brings me to my next saving tip, which is V, and that would be vehicle or transportation. So if you're staying at a Disney resort, you can use the Disney Magical Express completely free. So you book your Magical Express reservation before you go to Disney, and then you literally get off the plane and you go right to the Magical Express and then go to your resort. So going from the airport to the resort, and then from all of the resorts you can get shuttled to each of the parks, which is nice. It's a nice benefit to have because you don't have to worry about messing with a car. And then also, I mean, you get to go to each of the resorts. You basically get to go to any Disney property with the shuttle service, and not having to pay for a taxi or a rental car while you're there just to kind of get you to and from the airport is nice too. But if you did want to rent a car, you know, there are always really great deals for rental cars. Just know that if you do rent a car and you decide to drive to a park, your parking is going to be completely free while you're at the park because you get free parking at any of the parks. So the nice perk to that is that when everybody at the end of the fireworks at Magic Kingdom is racing to the shuttle, you're walking out to the parking lot and it's completely dead and there's no traffic whatsoever. So there's beauty in having a car sometimes because you don't have to deal with all of the people on the shuttle, cranky kids, cranky adults, and you can really get back to the resort really quickly. The final thing is the E, which is eating, dining. What are you going to eat? Everybody's got to eat whether you're on vacation or not, but when you're on vacation, there are several different ways you can save at Disney. The first and the most obvious one that a lot of people know about is the Disney Dining Plan. This is something that all my friends swear by, and the past couple times we've gone, we did not do this, and I kicked myself. I guess I just didn't think we were going to spend that much money, but that just shows the lack of planning can cost you a lot more in the long run. So definitely check out the Disney Dining Plan options. There are several different options to choose from, and you can find all that information on Disney.com when you're booking your vacation. If you do book a vacation, you also get a discount on a dining plan, or another bonus is that when you book vacations during certain times of the year, you get the dining plan completely free. So that is hundreds of dollars, you know, depending on how many you're in your family, that can make a huge take a huge chunk out of your budget, which is a definite savings advantage. So look into that and see if it's a viable option for your family. Another thing, obviously eating, you know, if you do the dining plan, you get snacks and things, but even if you get snacks or if you don't do the dining plan, you probably want to have snacks while you're at the park, because if you're in the park for a long day, you don't want to spend all the money on snacks because that can really add up fast. So something else I suggest and we've done is we'll bring our own snacks with us. We've either, you know, typically always brought snacks for the kids in a bag or whatever, but I have friends who've actually suggested that you should take a separate suitcase and fill it with snacks for your room. We haven't done that, but if you figure all the snacks that you would put in there and then paying for the checked baggage, which is like $20 or $25, you're going to save a lot more money by doing that. Another option is going online and ordering groceries to be delivered to your room to a Disney resort. And you can go to like gardengrocer.com is one that serves in the Orlando area, and just have groceries delivered to your room. And if you're staying at a resort like the Art of Animation that has like a little kitchenette, then that's even better because, you know, you may not necessarily want to go to the parks all day. Maybe you'll go to a park, come back and swim at the pool, because the other benefit of being at a resort, a Disney resort, is that they have a lot of nice accommodations at the resort. The pools are fabulous. We stayed at the Caribbean Beach, several years ago, and the pools there, they had great pools for kids, and that's a moderate level. And of course the deluxe levels have beautiful pools too, but the Caribbean Beach had several like pirate themed pools, which was fun for the kids. So you may want to hang out at the pool one day and have snacks in your room and not have to spend a fortune at the food court even. So eating can definitely be a budget buster, or if you consider all of those other options to help you save, it can really help you save even more in the long run. So those are just 4 ways that we've saved when we've gone on Disney trips. And another thing to mention on the vehicle or the transportation, because we have done Disney Cruises before, we've not signed up for the Magical Express transportation because that is an additional fee. We chose to look for our own transportation options, and we were able to find something a lot cheaper for our family, and we actually went with other family members, so it was even more inexpensive. It was a way better option for us to do that versus get the Magical Express transportation to Port Canaveral. So, I would love to hear your ideas too. I've written several posts on Savings Lifestyle about ways you can save on a Disney trip or a Disney vacation. And this is just all from my personal experience and things that we've done as a family. But I know that so many of you have great ideas too, so please hop over, share your ideas in the comments on Savings Lifestyle in this post. And I hope that some of these can help you save when you're planning your next Disney vacation, or help you understand and realize that a Disney vacation doesn't have to break the bank, and it's affordable at any kind of budget. So thanks for watching, and see you again soon.